یهوه یهوه خداوند امت ها، یهوه یهوه تو سردار لشکرها، میایم به نزد تو تا بینم شعله تو از میان آتشم، بشنوم آوایی نو.
می آیم به نزد تو تا بینم شعله تو از میان آتشت، بشنوم آوایی نو.
یهوه یهوه خداوند من یکتاست، یهوه یهوه او خالق این دنیا،
یهوه یهوه خداوند من یکتاست، یهوه یهوه او خالق این دنیا.
میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی یگانه خدای ما، میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی تنها راه نجات ما، میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی یگانه خدای ما، میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی تنها راه نجات ما. یهوه یهوه خداوند پرجلال، یهوه یهوه تو قادر و متعال،
خداوند پرجلال، یهوه یهوه
میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی یگانه خدای ما. میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی تنها راه نجات ما.
میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی یگانه خدای ما. میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی تنها راه نجات ما.
میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی یگانه خدای ما. میپرستیم نام تو را، تویی تنها راه نجات ما.
Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a great evening or night or morning or not sure where you are. YP, hello YP, God bless you. Hallelujah. Great to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a great great Friday. Praise be to God. Um, we're oh yeah. Yeah, that's not my home. That particular song is not my home. It's my wife's home. She's the one that was listening to it. It was so pretty. I thought, oh, that's so nice. So, yes, I think YP is Yulianto from Indonesia. But anyway, guys, yes, I was working today. I was doing cleaning and stuff like that, listening to Christian Prince. And so I got the idea to do this episode about what the people around Muhammad used to think about the Quran. You know, it's one thing when I know that there's always, like in the Bible, whenever there's a prophet, there was opposition and stuff. There was always opposition and people that would speak against them. But with Muhammad, that wasn't really so much the case. It was just like the people are saying, dude, when are you going to do something? When are you going to bring something new? Yeah, so many times they were telling him, all the prophets, they do miracles, Muhammad. What about you, man? And all through the Quran, they're asking, when are you going to do a miracle? When are you going to do something to prove to us that you're a prophet? And but Allah told them very clearly in the Quran that he did no miracles. He was not a miracle working God. He doesn't do miracles. Muhammad doesn't do miracles because he was just a warner. He was told he's just a warner. And so here's a link from our brother Andrew Martin. So Muhammad did not have any miracles to his credit. Now, what happened later, and maybe this will be tomorrow's live stream, is they wanted to make Muhammad more like Jesus. They wanted to make Muhammad more like Jesus. And so that'll be for tomorrow's live stream, you guys. Stolen glory. But for tonight, I'm kind of just focusing on the fact that it's just interesting to me the way people reacted. The way people reacted to Muhammad. Yeah, and what's even more interesting to me, is the fact that it's written in the Quran. Is that the Quran writes it happens so many times that it's in the Quran over and 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 over again. So I decided let's look at some of these. Here's a picture that has a lot of our favorite fairy tales, and let's be honest, we grew up reading these, especially if you grew up in the Western Hemisphere. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. There's always a beautiful bride that needs to be rescued, and there's a dragon involved somewhere, maybe a wolf, and or an apple. Quite often, there's an apple. I mean, they stole a lot of these motifs from the Bible. They use a lot of biblical motifs and stuff, but everybody knows what a fairy tale is, and when you look at what Muhammad taught, about the flying carpet, Solomon's flying carpet that had 600,000 chairs on it. 600,000 chairs on his flying carpet. I mean, seriously, that's like taking the state of, like the state of Vermont and just flying it somewhere, and so and plus he didn't just have chairs, he also had bunches of cows, bunches of camels, and I mean he had his whole entourage on there, and he'd tell the wind to fly them, so and a big audience. So anyway, so let's just look at some of the and these are the people's reactions to Muhammad's revelation, so called. So here's one. Okay, this is Quran 16:24. And when it is said to them, what has your Lord revealed? They say ancient fables. Let me look at the Arabic. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ مَاذَا أَنزَلَ رَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Okay. So when they're asked, what did your Lord, and I mean the English, okay, yeah, what did your Lord reveal? They said ancient fables. Now, there's something interesting about that, ancient fables. That kind of means, you guys, that they knew about these. They knew these stories from before. They had heard them before, and they were well known ancient fables. I mean, even at that time, they were considered ancient. And one thing that's interesting is that there seems to be, I'm seeing this, a lot of Greek mythology in Islam. A lot of the Greek mythology of Zeus and his daughters, and a lot of stuff that, and the other day when I saw Al Uzza, Al Manat, the three goddesses that Muhammad bowed down to in the satanic verses story that is in about 50 Islamic sources. You can't get rid of it, it's everywhere. That one of the daughters, Al Uzza, was actually believed to be Venus. Venus, the goddess of love from the Roman mythology. And so, anyway, so the Roman mythology, you guys, is the Greek mythology. The Greeks are the one who originated that pantheon of gods. They came up with this pantheon of gods: Zeus, Neptune, Hades, Mercury. Well, it was Hermes in their days, and Diana, Venus, Hera, Juno, all those goddesses of the Greeks and the Romans. The Romans just took the Greek pantheon of gods and changed their names into Roman gods. So Zeus became Jupiter. Aphrodite became Venus. And so Hermes became Mercury. Poseidon became Neptune. And so they're the same gods, just different names. They had the Greek name and they had the Roman name. But I think that there's a lot of these stories are related to some of the stories that you read about some of Muhammad's companions and stuff. So I think there's a Greek connection there somewhere. So hello, Houston Euler, Snow Jihadi and Seven. Oh man. Houston, Snow Jihadi and Seven right hand possessed. The only difference, Houston, is that it's a seven dwarfs or seven right hand possessed are males, so it's opposite. But if you watched our Besma Wahba interview the other day, which we talked about, that there was a sheikh, his name is Mabruk Atiyah. He told Besma, he told the woman that in Islam there is permitted that a woman have right hand possessions, that a woman can also own slaves. You guess what kind of slaves. So there's really something. Three little jihadis and the farmer's wife. You guys are coming up with some funny stuff, man. You're waking me up here. I'm this is my late night big big bad Muhammad. My Muhammad, what a big eyes you have. Little dang, you guys. This is funny. Little Red Riding hijab. Oh my goodness. You guys got some really good stuff here, man. I gotta write some of the stuff down. Cinderella. 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 Okay. All right. Well, Hanafi and his right hand position. Jihadi and Abdul grandfather. I mean, you guys got some good jokes on this today. Seriously, it woke me up there. But even from then, even in Muhammad's time, the people were saying, "Dude, we've heard all this before. You're not bringing anything new." That's why they called him the ear. They used to call Muhammad the ear. Let me see if I could find that. Let me see if I can find that really quickly here. Okay, it's actually in the Quran. Let me see if I could get this for you. Okay, it says, he listens to anyone. He listens to what is best for you. He believes in Allah, believers. Yu'adhin in Nabi. Okay, so huwa idhin called. He listens. Qul idhin khair lakum. Okay, he's an ear. He hears everything that's good for you. So they're trying to put a positive spin on that. He is an ear. Those who abuse the prophet say he is an ear. Yeah. So yeah, he used to hear stuff, and then the next day it would become the word of Allah. Like the talking ants and everything like that. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves doesn't need Cinder. Shit. Okay. Yeah, but it's interesting that well, that's actually very interesting also, the fact that they used to call him an ear. And you guys, when I say he's an ear, that's actually saying the same thing that we're saying here. Is that he hears something? It's nothing is original. He's just transmitting the ancient stories. I mean, the biblical stories. He heard it from the Jews or from the Christians of Najran, and he didn't hear them right, and he added stuff, and you know. But even the Arabs, they were saying, dude, bring something new, And here's one. Whenever our revelations are recited to them, they challenge you. We have already heard the recitation. Okay, this is what the people were saying. We already heard this, dude. Come up with something new. If we wanted, we could have easily produced something similar. This Quran is nothing but ancient fables. See, this is what the people were saying. When they say, I always like to read the Arabic just to see, okay? وَإِذَا عليهم آياتنا قالوا قد سمعنا لو نشاء لقلنا مثل هذا إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين. It says, yeah, that's what it's saying. These are the legends of the ancient, and we've already heard this before. There's nothing new. I mean, even from Muhammad's day, they knew that these were okay. And it says, this is 2383. It says, we have already been promised this, as well as our fathers. This earlier. This is nothing but ancient fables. لقد وعدنا نحن وأبائنا هذا من قبل إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين. So this is what the people are saying. It's like, wait a minute, all this stuff you're telling us, we already knew this. Not only did we know this, our forefathers knew about this. They'd heard it before. Okay, these are nothing but the legends, ancient fables. I mean, how many times do you got to hear that before you realize that Muhammad didn't come up with anything new? So by the way, the first one was 1624, Quran 1624, then 831, then this one was 2383. It's nothing. And it's interesting, what is, we have already been promised this. Wa'adna in Arabic. Wa'adna. Nahnu wa aba'na. We've been promised this already. We and our forefathers. We've already been promised this. Houston, man, you're on a roll tonight. Gullible's travels. Dude, we got to write some of these down. Pippi Longberg reason. Oh man, that's funny. Okay. Okay. There are some of them who pretend to listen to your recitation of the Quran, but we have cast veils over their hearts. By the way, you guys, where do you think he stole that from? Where do you think he stole that from? How many times in the Bible does it talk about a veil over the eyes, over the hearts? I mean, 1,000 years before Muhammad existed, this was already, I mean, he took that from the Bible. That's not an ancient fable, that's scripture, that he took, and he used it for his explanation. Over their hearts, leaving them unable to comprehend it, and deafness in their ears. Even if they were to see every sign, they still would not believe in them. Again, here it's saying, even if we did miracles, which we cannot do, they would not believe. Okay. And And there's actually a verse in the Quran that says, the reason Allah doesn't do miracles with Muhammad is because he did miracles before and the people didn't believe. Well, I'm not sure that's correct. I mean, if you look so many times in the Bible, God did miracles and the people believed. So many times. Just look in Jesus's life. Look at the gospel. Many saw and believed. So many came to believe in Jesus after they saw his miracles. So miracles do work, you guys. Now, there's lots of people that don't believe, but there's lots that do believe. And to this day, you know, um, the stories of Jesus are still told. Why? Because so many people believed through them, because they are the truth. So anyway, all that to say, it was just another excuse why Allah couldn't do miracles, why Muhammad could not do miracles, because he wasn't a real prophet. Okay, but other prophets did do miracles. Moses did miracles. Abraham did miracles. Um, you see, Samuel did miracles. Elijah did miracles. Elisha did miracles. Isaiah did miracles. He made the sun go backwards. Joshua did miracles. He stopped the sun in the sky. Um, so Jonah was a miracle. And there's so many miracles in the Bible, but no miracles in Muhammad's life. In the New Testament, of course, Jesus did miracles. Paul did miracles. Peter did miracles. John did miracles. All of the disciples did miracles. All of the disciples did miracles. So, but Muhammad didn't do any, and he says because people won't believe. Well, people did believe in the past. So, anyway. All right, we cast veils over their hearts, leaving them unable to comprehend it, and deafness in their ears. Even if they were to see every sign, they still would not believe in them. The disbelievers would even come to argue with you, saying, this Quran is nothing but ancient fables. Okay? And, جاءوك يجادلونك يقول الذين كفروا إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين. The people that just says that they're nothing but ancient fables. Asatir is also the same word for legends in Arabic. The word asatir also means legends. And legends is a little bit different than fairy tales and fables. It's a little bit different, but same same kind of motivation. Okay. And they say these revelations are only ancient fables which he had written down, and they are rehearsed to him morning and evening. Morning and evening they are rehearsed to him. Well, you guys, shoot. This really, I wish that I had with me. I don't have it right now. I used to have it. Let me see if I have it. I don't know if I have it. Maybe I do. Let me see. Uh, um, Let me see what this says. Okay, no, this isn't it. Anyway, guys, what I wanted to show you was is because what the people are saying is absolutely what Buhaira, the monk Buhaira, it's exactly what the monk Buhaira said. Remember, Buhaira was an Assyrian monk who apostatized. He became a heretic. He was Nestorian or something, and he, was Arian, and he apostatized and left the Assyrian church. And then the belief is that he is actually Muhammad's father. because when Muhammad was born, there was a light that went from Muhammad's mother all the way to the city of Basra in Syria, which is the city where Buhaira the monk lived. And so there seems to be some connection between Buhaira and Muhammad's mother. And um, so anyway, um, but the belief, what Buhaira said, because at the end of his life, Buhaira repented. At the end of his life, Buhaira repented, and when he repented, he uh, he told somebody everything that he used to do with Muhammad. And what he used to do with Muhammad is he told Muhammad, "I will instruct you at night. I will tell you things at night, and you go and tell the people in the daytime. I'll teach you at night, and then you go tell people in the daytime." And then Muhammad asked him, well, when the people ask me who gave this to me, what should I tell them? And Buhaira, who was a heretic at the time, told them, "Tell them Jibril told you." Okay, so so it's interesting that the people were saying this because because that's exactly what happened. So, and they say these revelations are only ancient fables which he had written down, and they are rehearsed to him morning and evening. أولين اكتبها قالوا أساطير الأولين كتبها فهي تملأ عليه بكرا وأصيلا. Okay, Timla, it's Timla it's dictated to him. The word Timla is the word dictate. I mean, it's dictated to him, and then he repeats it later on. So they knew that this was from somebody. They knew this was from Bahida, or they knew somebody was telling it to him. So interesting. Okay. There's another time. It's same. It's 2768. It says, "We have already been promised this, as well as our forefathers. This is nothing but ancient fables. لقد وعدنا هذا نحن وآباؤنا من قبل. إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين." 2768. Now it's the same as I believe this one here. Yes, and this one is 2383. It's exact same words. Okay, just exact same verse, just different place. Okay, ancient fables. But again, keep going back to those ancient fables. Okay, before I get to the last one, I just want to see if we get any more funny things. Correction, he was a South. Oh, so okay. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them. Yes, we don't hear Muhammad. Yeah, they don't hear the voice of a stranger. Muhammad is definitely the stranger. Oh, here. Yes, the forgetful. Yeah, Marion, what's interesting about the ear is I thought that was like a kind of a joke, and it was maybe in a da'if hadith or something, but no, it's in the Quran. It's in the Quran that he's called an ear, falls down. Okay, even was a raisin head king. Yep. I don't know you Americans translated this Swedish, but for your information, raisin head king is literally the correct translation. Oh, the Swedish Muhammad the Hutt, Jabber the Hutt. Okay. Um, about the Swedish, Hurmordu. That's all I know in Swedish. I lived in Sweden 3 years, so I love Sweden. Okay, but that's the same as it's written exactly in those same words. Okay, and here's the last one I'm going to show you, but this is not the last one in the Quran. It's in there many more times. It says, "Some scold their parents. Enough with you. Are you warning me that I would be brought forth from the grave? while many generations had already perished before me for good, the parents cry to Allah for help and warn their child, pity you, have faith. Surely Allah's promise is true, but the deniers insist this is nothing but ancient fables. So this is 46:17. Um, there must have been a lot of people who were saying it. For it to be in the Quran this many times must mean that there were a lot of people who were saying this. And in fact, let's just since we didn't really take too much time doing this, maybe we can go ahead and look for we can see if it's in there more times than what we've already shared here. Jehovah. Okay, 83:13. I don't know if we said that one. When our revelations are recited, they say ancient fables. 16:24. When they are asked, what has the Lord sent down? They say ancient fables. 68:15. When our revelations are recited, they say these are just ancient fables. Al-Furqan 25:5. Yeah, we did read that one. 23:83, we read that one. 27:68, we read that one. 83:13. Okay. 23:67. In arrogance, talking nonsense about the Quran, like one telling fables by night. Okay, that's 23:67. 8:31. When our revelations are recited to them, they say, we have heard. If we wish, we can speak the like of this. Lo, this is nothing but fables of men of old. Okay, 26:137. In hada ila khalq al-awwalin. This is nothing but a fable of the men of old. Okay, Mu'mineen 23:83. We did read that one. 68:15. We read that one too. 46:17. We read that one too. 26:78. These are just ancient fables. 23:83 we did. 8:31 we did. Okay, 6:25. Okay, Quran is nothing but ancient fables. Okay, 46:17. Yep, nothing but ancient fables. Okay, 6:25. We read that one already. 46:17. Yes, he says this is nothing but fables of ancient times. So yeah, this must have been said a lot, you guys, in order for them to have it in here that many times. So okay, you guys. Well, I invited some of my cousins to come on, and nobody has responded. I'm not saying they're chickens, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go do something really brave. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put an invite on my Facebook page. See, in Arabic. I'm going to say the and see if anybody responds. Okay. I said, it's in Arabic. I said, if you would like to make a debate, come on right now. Let's see if anybody responds. Hasn't worked so far, but you never know. Could be somebody there. Sand Wars. You know, have you ever watched that movie? There was a movie, it was a kind of a, what do they call it when they make a funny movie? It's like about a satire of the Star Wars movies. It was made by Mel Brooks. It was called what was it called? It was something dumb, but like, but it was there was a point in it when they were in the desert. It was funny. Oh, Road Squatch, I'm sailing. That's Rod Stewart. I'm sailing. Spaceballs. That's right. Spaceball. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, cheeky shaky. All right. If there's any Muslims who would like to come on, please feel free. You just put the there's the link. If you're a Muslim, you'd like to come on and tell us what your opinion of this is. That so many verses in the Quran say that the Quran is the people said that the Quran is nothing but a bunch of ancient fables, you know. And so, if you'd like to come and correct us and okay, all right. Toot, toot. Okay, well, if not, we've been on for 43 minutes, which is okay when you start at 11 o'clock, which is what I did tonight. But it's Friday, so it's okay. So they apparently improved the trend. PP's dad was indeed a captain on a ship. His ship went down and he ended up on an island where he became, oh, have mercy, I'm an innocent translator. Okay. All right. Well, God bless you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you haven't done it, please do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Yasur sa'idni. Yasur samahni. Yasur udkhul qalbi. He loves you. We love you. Have a great night. Thanks.
If you have ever wondered why dull apologists lie so much, it's because on a rare occasion that they tell the truth, this happens.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense.
You're going to have to repeat that.
That the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.